And go. Good evening, Guimaras. Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan. To all our viewers, welcome to Ligtas Guimaras virtual briefing. So in this briefing, we will be providing you recent data and information about the COVID-19 situation here in Western Visayas and of course here in the province of Guimaras. So Ligtas Guimaras briefing is regularly conducted, especially if we have new and amended policy updates. This is brought to you, of course, by the COVID-19 Executive Committee, composed, of course, by our Governor, the Honorable Samuel Tigumbarin, our Vice Governor, now the Acting Governor of the Province of Guimaras, Attorney John Edward Gando, Representative of the Lone District of Guimaras, Dr. Maria Lucil Nava, our Special Consultant for Health Operations and Hospital and Health Sector, Dr. JC Ramanava, five municipal mayors, our provincial health officer in the person of Dr. N.L. Catrel Nava and Police Colonel Pablito Asmod. So the message of Ligtas Guimaras briefing is always ang inyo kooperasyon, proteksyon sang kada Guimaras nun. So this evening, we will be providing you the regional COVID-19 situationer and the provincial data of the recent COVID-19 cases. So recently, the provincial government of Guimaras loosened some of the measures being implemented to contain the spread of COVID-19 in the province of Guimaras. So Acting Governor Attorney John Edward G. Gando signed Executive Order Number 28, Series of 2021, amending some provisions of Executive Order Number 24, Series of 2021 that restrict the movement of persons in the island. The Guimaras COVID-19 Response Executive Committee, or what we call EXECOM, the body that crafts and approves policies for the management of COVID-19 pandemic in the province, noted that restrictions presently imposed have been effective in stemming the surge of COVID-19 cases in Guimaras. However, the EXECOM saw the need for slight modifications of some of the implemented protocols to cushion the impact of these policies. So tonight, we will have the Ligtas Guimaras briefing to be jump-started by the updates of the Western Visayas uh, COVID-19 situational report to be presented to us by our partner from the Department of Health here in the province of Guimaras in the person of Dr. Nilda Baingan.
Maayong nga adlaw sa aton tanan. I will give to you the COVID updates for the national, regional, and the provincial level. For the national situationer or national updates for COVID, as of yesterday, we have a total of 1,367,894 total cases of COVID and 3.9% or 52,696 is an active cases and 1,291,389 are have recovered, and we have a total death of 23,809. For the utilization of our health facilities, for our dedicated ICU beds, we have 57% utilization. And for our dedicated isolation beds, we have 47% utilization, ward beds, 44%, and ventilators or the mechanical ventilators, 36% utilization. Of the active cases, 95.2% are mild and asymptomatic, mild with 91% and asymptomatic 4.2%. Critical cases 1.4%, severe cases 2%, and moderate case 1.4%. So that is for the national updates. For the regional situationer, as of yesterday, we have a total of 61,194 cases. Of these cases, we have 12,028 active cases or 19.66%. And for the recoveries, we have 47,756 and we have a total death of 1,391. So for our new cases, as of yesterday, we have 489. New recoveries, 938. And new deaths, we have 16. For the average case per day, that is from January to June, in January 2021, we have an average of 52 cases per day for the month of January. For the month of February, we have 59 cases per day. For March, 84 cases per day. April, 261 cases. And for May, 371 cases. For June, almost nagdouble ang aton nga cases. Average case for June is 637. So from May of 371 cases to June, 637 cases. For Aklan, we have a total of 3,725 cases and ticket 2,076. Capiz 3,953. Guimaras 867. Iloilo Province 10,628. Negros Occidental 17,562. Bacolod City 12,214. Iloilo City 10,169, a total of 61,194. So sa diri makita naton nga ang province with highest cases is Negros Occidental, followed by Bacolod City and Iloilo Province and Iloilo City. For the active cases, sa nasiling Takaina, we have a total of 12,028. Most of these active cases are found in Iloilo City with 2,485. Then, followed by Iloilo Province, 2,382. And Negros Island with 2,311 for Negros Occidental and Bacolod City 2,182. So for the summary of the local cases per province, for the green, this is our bar graph. The green one is for the month of May, and for the month of June is the bar colored orange. So kung makita naton, whole month of May, i-compare naton sa June, nga until June 22 lang, June 22 pa lang, makita gid naton nga tama kadako ang gin-increase sang aton cases as kung i-compare naton ang duha ang 2 months, May and June. Next slide, this is the daily trends of cases in Guimaras. So from we have nag-peak ang aton case last June. June 12, we have 29 cases in one day. 29 new cases, and then until June 17 may ara pa kita 27. For June 18, 19, 20 we have 17, 16 and 10, but last June 21 nagbalik kita sa 14. We have 14 cases last June 21. And then for the case fatality rate, for the province of Guimaras, we have 1.75 case fatality rate. And Capiz has the highest CFR, or the case fatality rate, with 3.12%. So Guimaras is 1.75 case fatality rate. For the distribution of recent cases for the provinces, for the average daily attack rate from the previous or the recent 1 to 2 weeks, we have 8.9, and our risk classification is high. High risk, classified as high risk. And for the healthcare utilization rate, we are also in a high risk classification. So both for the COVID cases and for the healthcare utilization, Guimaras is high risk. For the health capacity monitoring for Western Visayas, um, I will focus on for the province of Guimaras. For the COVID ward beds, we have 36 beds. Occupied is 31, so 86.11 utilization. ICU beds, we have none in Guimaras. For the isolation beds of 23, 18 or 78.26 is occupied. For the mechanical ventilators for COVID, we have 4. None is utilized. Wala kita patient subong nakahook sa ventilator. So for the total COVID beds plus the mechanical ventilator, we have 63, and occupied is 49. So we have 77.78% utilization, and it is classified as high risk. We have also here municipalities classified as high and critical risk. For the province of Guimaras, we have 3 municipalities classified as high risk. We have municipality of Buena Vista, Hordan, and San Lorenzo. So 3 out of 5 municipalities in the province of Guimaras is classified as high risk municipality. For the admission in the hospital by type of COVID-19 cases, for Guimaras, for asymptomatic, we have none. For mild to moderate, we have 2. For severe, none. And critical cases, we have 38, with percentage for critical cases 95% nga na-admit sa hospital. So with this data, we have here the key messages for the presented COVID-19 situationer, both for the national and the regional level. Number 1, key message: the number of cases in Western Visayas continues to increase. Some areas showed high risk, such as Aklan and Guimaras, while moderate risk for Antique, Iloilo City, and Bacolod City, and some municipalities are also high to critical risk. Generally, the healthcare utilization rate is still at moderate risk. Some areas showed high to critical risk utilization of COVID wards and ICU and isolation beds. And areas with critical risk are the following: Iloilo City, critical is Iloilo City, and high risk is Capiz and Guimaras, while moderate risk for Bacolod City. The positivity rate continues to increase from June 13 to June 20, 2021. that may indicate increased transmission of COVID-19 virus. So from 7.3%, nagsaka ang aton positivity rate to 8%. So here are some recommendations by the IATF. Number one is to improve implementation of engineering and administrative controls, especially ventilation standards and actions against crowding and gatherings. So, the mass gatherings, health promotion and strict enforcement of minimum public health standards, especially their uniform implementation in high risk areas such as healthcare settings, the wet markets, supermarkets, government offices, workplaces, and at home, among others. And number three, the implementation of localized community quarantine and ramping up of the availability of identified quarantine facilities in priority critical areas with community transmission, including in private and public establishments with the concurrence of the RIATF. And number four, we have immediate facility-based isolation of all returning citizens and also for suspect, probable cases, and the immediate isolation of persons exhibiting symptoms and individual awaiting their test results. So there should be immediate facility-based isolation. Improve distribution of personal protective equipment and waste management. Continuous health education on COVID-19 transmission and scaling up of local health system capacity, especially for community isolation and critical care, including dedicated mechanical ventilator and ICU or the intensive care units, isolation, ward beds for COVID-19. And the last recommendation is the submission of complete and accurate data through COVID Kaya and the DOH data collect on time submission of complete and accurate data. For we'll now proceed with the situationer here in the province. So here are the distribution of the active cases in the province of Guimaras. For Buena Vista, we have 123, Hordan 45, San Lorenzo 23, Sibunag 17, and Nueva Valencia 9. So sa nasiling ko kaina, as I have mentioned, our total case for the province of Guimaras is 874, and the active cases for the province is 161 or 18%, with recoveries of 689, and a total death as of today is 24 or 2.75%. So for the distribution of our deaths in the province of Guimaras, we have, as I've said, 24. 13 deaths is in Hordan, Buena Vista 9, and Nueva Valencia 2, a total of 24. So for the next slide, this is the bar graph for the number of cases from April 2020 to June 2021. So makita naton naga-increase jutay gid katama ang aton cases April, May 20 until nag-start lang kita nga nag-shoot up last May, May 2021 and subong nga June. So in May 2021, we have 139 cases for the whole month of May. For June, until June 21, 2021, we have 308 cases. Nagdouble kita nga wala pa matapos ang bulan sang June. So for the active COVID-19 cases, Buena Vista, we have 115. Hordan, we have 21. Nueva Valencia, 7. San Lorenzo, 9. Sibunag, 8. Next slide, please. So this is the pie graph for the active cases. So 71.43% ara makita ang active cases sa municipality of Buena Vista. 13% ara sa Hordan. And then 4.97% in Sibunag, 6.21% in San Lorenzo, and Nueva Valencia, 4.35%. So 71% sa aton nga active cases ara subong sa municipality of Buena Vista. For our heat map, so kung makita ninyo, ang mga stars naga-represent, red stars naga-represent sa active cases in the barangay. So this is the heat map for the municipality of Buena Vista. 12 out of 36 barangays and Buena Vista have clustering of cases. 12 out of 36. So makita nato no, in every barangay may ara siya nga naka-indicate kung pila ang case sa barangay with that red star. Next slide. A heat map of the municipality of Hordan. And 4 barangays in the municipality of Hordan have a clustering of cases, Poblacion, San Miguel, Sinapsapan, and Alagiso. For the municipality of Nueva Valencia, only one barangay has clustering of cases, and that is in Barangay Pandaraunan. One barangay out of 22. For the municipality of San Lorenzo, we have 3 barangays with clustering of cases, Constancia, Igkawayan, and Cabano. And for the municipality of Sibunag, we have 6 clustering of cases, Ayangan, Milian, Maabay, Alegria, San Isidro, and Sibaste. So this is the weekly positivity rate of the province of Guimaras for morbidity week 22, that is from May 30 to June 5. Our positivity rate is 15.19%. For morbidity week 23, from June 6 to June 12 ina siya, 14.95%. And then for week 24, 15.55%. And for morbidity week 25, that is June 20 up to today, 9.9%, 9.91%. So this graph shows the daily COVID-19 cases as per date of swab. So makita nato naga-increase ang aton cases until nga nag-peak siya sang June 13. So this is the cases for the month of May and June. For the active COVID-19 cases, current place and facility of confinement for the province of Guimaras, for DCGNPH COVID Ward 1, we have a bed capacity of 20 for COVID case. 14 is admitted, so 70% of the bed capacity is utilized. We have 6 unutilized bed. For DCGNPH COVID Ward 2, that is in the uh, near the food court na aton nga facility, bed capacity is 16, 14 is admitted, so 88% utilization. For the BEH isolation ward, bed capacity is 3, nagsubra na kita, we have 4 admitted, 133% utilization. For the provincial quarantine facility in Lanipe, we have bed capacity of 45. As of now, we have 6 admitted. One case is tag in Iloilo. For for the BJMP Buena Vista Quarantine Facility, 1 admitted. And for our rural health unit na quarantine facilities, Buena Vista bed capacity of 28, 29 is admitted, so that's 104%. 10 quarantined at Salvacion Elementary School. So kung lang taon naton, puno gid subong ang Buena Vista PQF. For Hordan PQF, bed capacity of 21, 9 is admitted, so utilization of 43%. Nueva Valencia PQF, bed capacity is 45, 1 admitted, so only 2% utilization. San Lorenzo, 12 bed capacity, wala kita may na. So for the San Lorenzo, we have 12 bed capacity PQF. And then for Sibunag, 12 beds, 4 is admitted, and we have 49 nga active cases nga naka-home quarantine. That is in Buena Vista, 48 cases nga sa balay, and San Lorenzo, 1. And we have also active cases nga na admit sa Iloilo City, admitted at WVMC 2, WVSU Medical Center 2, Medical City Iloilo 1, St. Paul's Hospital 1. For our Iloilo Quarantine Facility 4, Ion Hotel 2, and in Iloilo City we have home quarantine 1. For the COVID-19 cases per age group, per sex, we have ang most common cases are age 21 to 30, and most are female. Kalabanan nga affected are female and age group 21 to 30. So that's all for the national, the regional, and the provincial COVID-19 situationer. Madamo gid nga salamat.
Madamo nga salamat once again, Dr. Baingan from the Department of Health here in the province of Guimaras. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. Welcome to Ligtas Guimaras briefing. That's the first part of our briefing this evening. So, keep on sharing this live stream and comment your questions as we have earlier uploaded and released our executive order, and that's executive order number 28, amending certain provisions sa Executive Order number 24. So while scrolling earlier no sa aton comment section, nakita naton to may mga nag-comment na mga Guimaras nons from Russia and Hong Kong. So hello everyone. Welcome to our virtual briefing. Hope you're safe as of this moment. Now, so yesterday, June 22, 2021, the Execom has convened to revisit the implementation of Executive Order number 24. And after more than 2 weeks of its implementation and nakita naton nga maayo ang resulta sa aton nga mga cases which was earlier discussed by Dr. Baingan, and after the first full virtual Execom meeting yesterday, some of the modifications were identified which then amended certain provisions of EO 24. And to further discuss to us this evening, Executive Order number 28 series of 2021, let us give the floor to our acting governor, Attorney John Edward Gando.
Thank you very much, Sir JP. Mayong gabi sa aton mga pinalangga nga gimarasnon ang aton pagpangayo sang katahuran sa aton mga gimarasnon, ang aton man pagpangayo sang katahuran sa katapo sang aton Executive Committee, COVID-19 Execom nga ginapangunahan sang aton pinalangga nga gobernador, Governor Sam Gumarin, subong man sang aton pinalangga nga kongresista, Congresswoman Maria Lucille Nava, and the ang aton nga special consultant for hospital operations, former governor and former congressman Dr. Ramanava, ang aton lima ka mga alkalde, our 5 mayors diri sa probinsya, subong man ang aton provincial health officer si Dr. Catriel Nava, kag ang aton nga provincial director sa Philippine National Police si Police Colonel Pablito Asmo Jr. Naga pasalamat kita sa presensya sang aton mga kaupo diri subong sa sining aton nga public briefing sa aton sitwasyon sa probinsya, more particularly sa bag-o naton nga executive order nga ginlagdaan just today. And we find it to be our obligation nga ipabalo ini sa aton mga pumuluyo diri sa probinsya nga nagaangan-angan sang mga modifications sa existing policy naton bunga sang Executive Order number 24 nga ginapirmahan ni Governor Sam Gomarin sang June 5 but had taken effect last June 7, 2021. So I would like to thank the presence of Dr. Nilda Baingan from the DOH, and of course ang upod man naton diri ang provincial legal officer sang aton probinsya si Attorney Kusa, kag ang tanan-tanan no mayong and of course the information officer of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Mr. Rolly Tarasona, ang chief of staff sang aton gobernador, Mr. JP Intredicio, kag ang aton nga ICT people no mayong gabi sa liwat sa aton. Matuod nga this afternoon we signed Executive Order number 28 series of 2021 nga may titulo an Executive Order amending certain provisions of Executive Order number 24 series of 2021, entitled an order further restricting the movement of persons to arrest the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in the province. This is an offshoot of what transpired yesterday during the first ever virtual Execom meeting the whole afternoon kagapon, and there have been recommendations na ginduso sa mga katapo, and as the acting governor, um, I have to consider the recommendations kag subong man sa suporta nga ginhatag ni Governor Sam Gomarin when I called him up last night, kag pakita naton sa iya ang ini nga mga recommendations, and the governor had been very supportive no sa ini nga mga modifications. Gamay lang nga mga modifications ang ginuna naton kaysa sini nga Biyernes, which is June 25, 2021, maga-convene sa liwat ang Execom para padaluman pagid kag reviewon sang matulid ang Executive Order number 24 kung base may madugang kita. While uh, it is the observation sang aton mga medical health experts diri sa probinsya nga may nakita nga mga good signs, no, sa recent COVID cases report bangod sang aton man owing to the strict implementation of EO24. Muna ning bunga sang aton pag-restrict sang EO24, may nakita nga mga good signs. Yet, it is the consensus of the members nga hindi kita mag relax sa sini nga mga bagay because anytime from now we can still experience, no, nga mag-surge ang COVID-19 cases. So this is probably a roller coaster ride for all of us diri sa probinsya. Nagnubo, nagtaas, nagtaas, and never before nga nag-amo ini kadamo ang aton nga COVID cases sa aton probinsya halin pa nga nag-umpisa ang pandemya the last year. So this has been alarming for all of us. Gani nga amo ini nga nagduso sang EO24. Pila lang ka mga provisions ang ginbag-o sa sininga EO 2028. Una diri amo ang aton nga business establishments na tuhoy sa aton business establishments. Natandaan naton nga sang under the EO 24, the general rule under EO 24 is that all establishments shall be closed. Tanan nga establishmento komersyal sirhan. Maluwas lang sa mga ginpangmensionar sa sini nga EO 24 kapariyo abi sa mga essential nga mga businesses. Amo ni ang mga merkado naton, mga convenience stores, mga uh, refilling stations, gasoline stations, so on and so forth. Sa bag-o naton nga Executive Order number 28, the general rule is all business establishments may be allowed to open. Tanan pwede mapasugtan nga magbukas. Maluwas lang sa mga masunod. Kung ang imo negosyo may ara sa ginatawag na by owing to the very nature of the business. May ginatawag kita nga face-to-face approach o kung one-on-one and negosyo nga may ara sang madugay nga exposure, long exposure to their clients or customers. Kapariho sang aton nga mga barbershops, mga salon, mga spa, kag iban pa nga mga establishments katulad sang fitness gym. So sa subong, while we are saying that the general rule is we are going to open the businesses, all businesses, ang ini nga mga establishments sadly nakasubo ginaton nga sa gihapon hindi pa mabuksan. Subong man ang iban pa nga mga negosyo nga nag-engage sa leisure activities kapariho sang recreation centers, sa mga bidyokihan, kapariho sang bilyaran, sa mga beer house, sa mga tourism destinations naton sa probinsya, computer shops kag iban pa nga kapariho ni nga mga establishment. Sa mga eateries, karinderya, restaurants nga gintugutan pa sang una pa sang EO 24, sa gihapon tugutan sila. However, we should emphasize that dine-in services in these food establishments are still suspended until further notice. Uh, Subong man ang isa sa ginbag-o sang EO 28, amo ini ang operating hours sang aton mga sea vessels. Kung sang una ang aton nga roro, ang aton fiberglass boats, ang aton mga modernized boats, magabiyahe halin alas 6 kag hindi magsubra sa alas 3, subong sa EO 28, magabiyahe sila umpisa alas 6, kag hindi magsubra sa alas 5 sang hapon. So this is not earlier than 6 a.m. and not later than 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Kag ang isa pagid sa ginbag-o sang EO 28, amo ini ang pagbiyahe sang aton nga mga PUVs, PUJs, ang aton mga tricycle, ang aton jeep, ang aton mga multicab. Kung sang una, ang biyahe is from 5 a.m. until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Alas 5 sang aga hasta alas 4 lang. Subong alas 5 sang aga hasta alas 5 sang hapon under the Executive Order number 28. All the rest, ang tanan nga mga provisions sa EO 24 will stay until further notice. Amuning amon pag-istoryahan pa sa Biyernes, June June 25 with the Execom. Amon palang tawon ang iban nga mga provisions, ginhingagaw lang ini nga mga bagay agod nga mapaganhagan man ang impact no sang ini nga mga restrictions sa aton nga mga pumuluyo kag sa aton nga mga trabahante diri sa probinsya sa Guimaras. We have heard you loud and clear sa mga kabudlayan nga aton na eksperyensyahan sa subong pandemya. Nakita naton ang sitwasyon. But really, we are confronted with this hard task to strike the balance between the economy and the livelihood of our people on one hand and the health and safety of our community on the other hand. Gani nga kung may makita kami sang mga pamaagi kag may makita lang kami sa mga tsansa nga pwede namon ligwaton ang mga bagay agud nga sa hinay-hinay makabalik ng aton pangabuhi himuon namon ini for as long as the data, the COVID cases report would permit us to do so. We will not hesitate from advancing uh, all the measures that would relax the existing policies of our local government unit. But silingon sini mga pinalangga namon nga uh, pumuluyo sa probinsya sa Guimaras pati ng amon mga bisita ang aton nga pagwa sulod sa aton nga probinsya na angkla sa gihapon sa mga highly essential travels. Katulad sa pagtransport sa mga commodities, sa mga necessities such as petroleum products, medicines, medical supplies, food products, so on and so forth. Subong man for medical reasons, subong man sa pag-exercise ang aton propesyon o kung may kaangtanan sa trabaho, kag subong man sa iban pa nga mga meritorious o kung maayo nga kabangdanan sa pagdeterminar sang aton nga gobyerno provincial. Luyag ko lang isalot nga ang aton nga Executive Order number 12 series of 2021 sa aton nga treatment sa ROFs naton kag LSIs ginamyendahan man sang Executive Order number 27 as issued by the Honorable Governor Sam Gumarin nga kung sang una ang requirement is ang pagpakandak mo sang RT-PCR test sa imo point of origin would be not later than 2 days from the intended date of travel. Subong ginpalaba, ginhimo na nga not later than 3 days from the date of the intended travel. Kag gani nga why na sang quarantine? Kung ma-comply mo ini, you will subject yourself to an RT-PCR test sa imo point of origin halin sa Manila ka outside region 6 ha? We would like to emphasize outside Western Visayas or outside region 6 we really need the RT-PCR negative result nga which shall be governed by EO number 27 naton. Pagsulod dire kung may negative RT-PCR result wala na sang quarantine pursuant to the issuance of the IATF. Subong man ang aton nga mga mass gatherings ginakasubo ginaton sa gihapon nga under EO 28 magapabilin ang prohibition on mass gatherings which may include but not limited to religious gatherings. Sa gihapon, these activities are suspended base man sa rekomendasyon sang aton Execom. But hopefully by Friday, i-revisit ini nga bagay glantawon if there are good reasons to lift the suspension on some gatherings like for example religious gatherings ang aton pagpanimbahon so on and so forth. Meetings and or gatherings initiated by the government to address the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the distribution of government grants and subsidies to the residents are allowed, provided that minimum health standards or protocols shall be strictly observed. Subong man ang aton nga local border restrictions magapabilin, ang mga residente sang banwa sang Nueva Valencia, Sibunag kag San Lorenzo wala ginapahanugutan nga magkadto sa banwa sang Hordan kag Buenavista. Maluwas lang kung ini may kaangtanan sa trabaho o kon for medical reasons, rason medikal, o kon sa pag-access ng essential goods and some other
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, to all our online viewers. We apologize for some technical glitches. Medyo nag-back down lang gid ang aton nga internet connection all of a sudden. But we are here to continue the discussion, the last part of our discussion on the amendment on EO24 by virtue, of course, of EO28. And to give us more substantial information about the changes in the said executive order, let us have again this evening our acting governor in the person of Attorney John Edward Gando. Attorney?
Thank you very much, Sir JP. Nagapangayo kita sa pasaylo sa pag-interrupt sa aton nga discussion because of some technical problems. But padayunon naton no ang aton nga briefing on this new executive order number 28 nga aton ginpagwa sa subong hapon. So as I was saying, pag sa gihapon ng aton local border restrictions magapabilin and sa bahin sang pag-access naton sang essential goods, sundon sa gihapon naton ang schedule nga nasaad sa Executive Order number 24 para sa mga residente sang Sibunag, Miyerkules kag Sabado, sa residente sang Nueva Valencia, Martes kag Biyernes, residente sang San Lorenzo, Lunes kag Huwebes, residente sang Hordan, of course at their own convenience. Ang mga residente sang Banwa sang Hordan kag Buenavista wala man ginatugutan nga magkadto sa kabanwahanan nga iban. Unless otherwise kung ang ini na nasandig sa trabaho sa rason nga medical reasons, mapakonsulta, mapa-hospital, and of course some other meritorious grounds as determined by the provincial government. For this purpose, sigihon naton ang pag-issue, pagpangayo, pagpakita sang travel pass naton nga ginapangayo naton sa aton mga punong barangay kada may kinahanglanon kita, no. Ginahingyo naton ng aton mga kapitanes nga hindi na kita manukot sang ini nga mga travel pass because there have been reports last time nga may kapitan kita nga nagpanukot sang travel pass. Nagahingyo gid kami sa liwat nga why hindi lang kita magpanukot in this times of pandemic sang sini nga travel pass agud nga hindi na mahulan ang aton nga mga pumuluyo. Kag kun ang ini nga residente naton sa barangay nakbal-an nyo nga regular nga nagaobra sa isa ka establishments diri sa Guimaras nga kilala mo gid nga regular siya nga nagaobra, hindi mo na kinanglan nga probably butangan sang validity kay ang aton ning executive order temporaryo malang ini kay kung butangan naton sang validity most likely mabalik-balik ini siya sa barangay hall kag upod man dugok sa iban pa nga mga manugkuha no nga sang travel pass. So ginapanugyan naton nga ang aton nga validity determinahon naton or i-leave naton blank sa mga workers or sa mga kasimaryo naton nga may regular nga trabaho sa mga establishments nga personally you knew for a fact that this person is regularly working sa isa ka establishmento sa piyak nga banwa. Ang aton nga pagpamerkado sa gihapon magasunod sa schedule nga giginsaad sang Executive Order number 24 sa aton nga Hordan Food Terminal Market dira sa may Alibhon, San Miguel. Ang taga Sibunag Miyerkules kag Sabado, taga Nueva Valencia Martes kag Biyernes lang, kag ang residente sang San Lorenzo Lunes kag Huwebes. And of course, ang mga residente sang Hordan, they can go to the market at their own convenience. Para ya sa Buena Vista Commercial Complex and Public Utility Market, dira sa may McLean, ang mga residente sa San Lorenzo makakadto dira Lunes kag Huwebes. Ang residente sang Buena Vista could come at their own convenience man. May ang aton nga business establishments ang ilang operating hours amo pa ni ang amon pagaistoryahan sa palaabuton nga Biyernes sa June 25 sa pag-extend, but for the time being umpisa buwas ang sundon taan nay ang EO 24 nga nagasiling nga ang aton business establishments anay operating hours naton, business hours naton would be from 6 in the morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're hoping for the best sa pag-convince ang Exicom sa Biyernes nga labaan man ang aton nga business hours, no. Uh, ang hindi ang exempt of course sa sini nga business hour limitation sa gihapon amo ning aton ospital kag mga funeral parlors, by the reason or by the nature of their work, sa gihapon nga hindi sila exempt, hindi sila cover sang business hour limitations as imposed by Executive Order number 24. So far amo naman ni ang pila ka mga importante nga bagay nga luyag naton mapalabot sa aton mga pinalangga nga pumuluyo sang probinsya sang Guimaras, ang pila ka mga slight modifications. And hopefully sa Biyernes may iban pagid nga mga modification nga introduce naton upon the recommendation of the members of the Exicom kag santo man sa analysis sang aton mga medical experts sang estado sang COVID case diri sa aton nga probinsya. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our acting governor now in the province of Guimaras, Attorney John Edward Gando. Attorney, madamo nga salamat. At this time, we will proceed to the reading and answering of some of our questions nga na-collect naton online upon the release of our executive order today through our official Facebook page, and of course ginpadalaman ini naton sa aton na 5 ka munisipyo province-wide. Attorney, we have here related naman ini siya sa business window hours. So the question is from Karin Younger Merin Blanco. Until what time ang mga store kag pharmacy ma-open kay wala na butang sa EO? Please follow gid tani ang health protocol and hindi na kita dapat tani i-remind as we know balanta gid na for our safety. God bless and keep safe. To follow attorney, same nature of question. Hi, until 1 p.m. man Japon ang establishments. This is asked by Ira Jill Galve Villaruel.
Thank you Sir Jape, thank you kay Karen kag kay Ira. Kung inyo na nunotisyahan sa aton nga Executive Order number 28, may mga XXX no sa babaw kag sa dalom. But silingon nga kung amo ini ang aton makita, uh, everything in that particular paragraph stays, wala sang pagbag-o. So amo ina nga gin XXX naton for brevity and for convenience nga hindi na naton pag i-kopyahon liwat. But again, sa nasiling naton nga ang Executive Order number 28 did not modify ang business hour restrictions naton. And I have, as what I have explained a while ago, Sa gihapon 6 a.m. until 1 o'clock in the afternoon kita. But on Friday, ang ini nga bagay will be again thoroughly discussed by the members of the Execom and our resource persons and our medical experts, and we will let you know sang mga changes sa aton business hour restrictions kung may ara giman. Rest assured that we will give you the necessary update after sang pag-meeting naton, after sang meeting naton sa Biyernes sa Execom. I would like to appreciate the comment of Ma'am Karen nga hindi na kita dapat tani i-remind as we know balaan tagid na for our safety on health protocols. I join you Ma'am Karen. Tama gid ina nga obligasyon naton bilang pumuluyo nga mag-comply kag mag-observe sa mga minimum health standards. Hindi na kay kumo nga wala may nagapangdakop o kung may nagapang citation ticket, hindi kita mag-face mask, hindi kita mag-social distancing. Pero kung ara gani ang pulis, ara ang tanod, ara sikap, dayon taman suksok sang aton nga face mask kag mag-social distancing because nahadlok kita nga ma-issuehan sa citation ticket. I think the attitude should be may nga kung may madakop o kung sa wala, ara ang pulis, ara ang PNP o kung wala, ara sikap o kung wala, we should really observe the minimum health standards in our community for your protection and for the protection of your family and the community as a whole.
Thank you very much, Attorney Gando. Very good explanation. Still, we are having questions related, Attorney, no, sa business establishments. Now, sa EO24, ginpagbawal naton ang mga ambulant vendors, peddlers, and other collection-related activities. Is it correct, Attorney?
That's correct.
And now we have a question, no? Subong, question is from Joy Nueva Villa. Ang microfinance,
Mhm.
yeah, sige operate. And how about those other collection-related activities?
Ang microfinance nga may establishments, they can open. But ang collection activities naton were never superseded by Executive Order number 28. In other words, the prohibition stays. But again, subject na sa further discussion naman naton sa Friday. But for the time being, under Executive Order number 28, ang tanan nga mga collection activities, ang tanan nga paglibod, ang mga bulante, sa gihapon, nagapabilin nga ginadumilian. Because again, tatlo lang ka-provision sang EO number 24 ang amend o kung ang modify. So maangan-angan kita by Friday kung anong mangin desisyon, ang mangin rekomendasyon nga paghimuon sang aton nga mga katapo sang Execom kag sang aton mga medical health experts on this particular score.
Thank you very much, Attorney. So, Attorney, if another question, this is about tourism-related activities. If I am right, tomorrow is Fiesta San Juan, and we usually expect people flock sa aton yung mga beach
Mm.
resorts, no, province-wide. Are these activities allowed under Executive Order 24 as amended by Executive Order number 28?
Under Executive Order number 24, leisure travels are not allowed. And this was complemented by the executive orders na gin-issue sang aton nga mga alkalde nga wala man nila ginatugutan ang leisure travels within their municipality. And from FB accounts nahibaluan naton and from the information given to us nga may mga mayors kita nga gindumilian na ginpasiradhan na ang mga beaches within their territorial jurisdiction. So the answer is leisure activities are still prohibited and not allowed under Executive Order number 28, under Executive number 24, kag subong man under the relative executive orders issued by our municipal mayors. So kung daw maano gid tabuas nga mag-enjoy kay bangod nga traditionally nagapabaybay kita, nagapamasya kita, ginahingyo naton nga magpaiway lang anay bangod nga maluwas nga ini bayulasyon sang aton nga mga related executive orders, dako gid ang tsansa kag risgo nga makalaton kag makalapta kita sang virus, sang COVID sa aton nga komunidad kag sa aton isig kapareho. Madamo pa sang San Juan nga aton selebrahon kung kita makalampuwas sa sini nga pandemya nga aton ginapangatubang subong.
That is right, attorney. And kung dagat na dagat ka na, medyo tiis-tiis lang taanay. Kay daw ako daw gusto ko naman magpadagat, pero I want to protect myself, my family, and my friends from this virus as well. So stay at home and protect yourself and your family. Now, our next question is about local border restriction. As we recall, Executive Order number 24, we have established local border restriction, attorney. Now, my question si Miss Gina Ilambayo Gargalicana. How about ang travel pass? Meaning, base na minimum Gina, attorney is,
If it's
ar-
still observed.
yes, if we're going to implement still and get the travel pass, if you are going to cross borders from one municipality to another and vice versa.
Yes, Ma'am Gina, we wish to inform you nga sa gihapon na magapabilin ang aton local border restrictions gani nga from crossing one border to the other, meaning from one municipality to the other, sa aton mensionar bagulang, we really have to get travel passes from our punong barangays. Ang mga kung nagaubra kaya sa gobyerno te sa imo nga head of agencies, kung nagaubra ka sa private nga mga establishments kadtugid sa aton punong barangay. Along the line, I would like to remind our beloved Guimaras nun nga ang mga heads ang inyo nga mga private establishments, ang mga heads, mga owners have no authority to issue travel pass under Executive Order number 24. So si kapitan lang gid ang maka-issue kag kun nagaobra ikaw sa gobyerno, sa government agencies or sa local government units kadto sa head of agency, kadto sa head of LGU, head of office kag mangayo sang travel pass because they are authorized to issue under Executive Order number 24.
Thank you very much, attorney. So again, no, we would like to emphasize that the use of travel pass is still in effect. So if you are working in the government or a public personnel, employee or official, you can get that from your head of agency. Or if you are privately employed, you can get that from your respective punong barangay. All right? So I hope we're clear, Ma'am Gina. Thank you very much. Now, attorney, we would like to shift a little bit no from border containment and local border restrictions. We have a question here related sa aton nga returning overseas Filipinos. Isahon ta na lang. Question kay from Ma'am Gemma Gales and Ma'am Margie Centino. Allow me to read their questions. Ask lang, sir, finish na ang 10 days nga quarantine sa Manila. Ang swab test is negative. Need pa mag-quarantine sa balay? And then follow through. Paano po ang returning resident na matagal nagtrabaho dito sa Manila at gusto nang bumalik dyan for good? Ano po ang need?
Yeah. Under Executive Order number 27 that amended Executive Order number 12, uh, ang aton lang requirement is again the for those who would be coming outside Region 6. Ang aton nga requirement lang is the negative RT-PCR test result which test shall be conducted not later than 3 days. Ang ibig sabihin na hindi lalampas sa 3 araw bago ka sumakay ng barko o ng eroplano na magkaroon ka ng negative RT-PCR test result. Pagdating mo ng parola o kung ng Roro, ipresenta mo lang ang negative RT-PCR result at hindi ka na mag-undergo ng quarantine. I have to use the Filipino language, Tagalog, kasi matagal na pala si kababayan natin sa Manila. So baka hindi na makaintindi nung nung ating ng dialect, no. But really yun talaga ang kailangan natin, yung negative RT-PCR test result na na not that was taken not later than 3 days before the intended travel. Are there questions na hindi na sagot pa?
That's very clear. But we also have a similar question from Miss Sheila M. Ferrer. I think the questions were similar in nature
Yeah.
and has already been answered by our good acting governor. Now we have attorney, no, question dere. This is about the monitoring
Sir Jake,
system.
but I
Yes.
think Ma'am Sheila Ferrer ay was informed nga may iban siya nga mga detalye nga
Okay.
pamangkot. I will let the legal officer answer
All right.
the question, Sir Jake.
All right, so here's the question to address to our provincial legal officer. We would like to acknowledge Attorney JL Cusa in the house. Good evening, Attorney. So ang question ni Ma'am Sheila M. Ferrer, gusto naton i-highlight. Ni Ma'am Sheila, good evening. Welcome. Allow me to read your question slash sentiment. OFW concern. Before nag-release kamo nga kung expire na ang swab results sang OFW nga mag-abot sa Iloilo sila na mabayad sang swab result. Paano kung ginswab ang OFW tapos na-delay ang result niya especially sa Cebu pero ang hotel ikaw mabayad? If hindi ka makaabot sang swab schedule in that day, subong ipasa nyo sa OFW ang swab? Kabalo kamo kung pila ang swab, 4,500. Di gamay nga amount, duha na kasako nga bugas, pwede bakal gata sa mga bata namon. Halin sa paglands ang OFW sa Manila, kag Cebu, libre tanan na asta sa sweeper flight. Tapos pag-abot sa Guimaras, mas spend ang OFW sang kwarta kay expire na ang iya swab result. Tani hatagan nyo ang mga OFW nga nagapauli dira. Attorney Kusa?
Ah, yes, Sir JP, mayong gabi sa tanan. Actually, based sa aton nga Executive Order number 12, which was amended by EO 27, although gin taasa no from 2 days, gingaan sa 3 days, but there are Ma'am Sheila Ferrer is correct, no, there are instances na sa travel time may delay, so iban naton nga mga kauturan nga OFWs hindi makaabot no on 2 days man da or 3 days. Yes, it is very clear sa aton EO 27 nga expenses for the RT-PCR and other incidental expenses ipagabayaran no sang ina siya OFW man or LSI. But I think because of this concern, i-refer nato ni sa aton nga Exicom, sa aton nga acting governor kung ano ni ang maistoryahan para at least matagaan sang kinaigo nga sabat ang inya concern ni Ma'am Sheila Ferrer.
Thank you very much, Attorney Kusa. So, Ma'am Sheila, thank you very much for your concern. Rest assured that this concern will be raised sa aton executive committee.
But I think Sir JP, the question is one of a hypothetical.
Mhm.
Kung hindi makaabot. We will see. We will cross the bridge when we get there. Kaya hypothetical ang question eh. Kung hindi makaabot, ano kung didto mag-agi sa Cebu? No, nakita mo Sir JP?
Yes.
Uh, it's gid sa akon last ko nga puli libre ang swab pero ang hotel ikaw mabayad if hindi ko makaabot sang swab schedule in that day. Ma'am Sheila, lain na ni subong ang aton patakaran. If before nakapuli ka, lain na subong ang aton nga patakaran, why na sang quarantine, no? Why na sang quarantine kita. So we will see kung ano nga mga concerns, but we will cross the bridge when we get there. But for the time being, we are governed by Executive Order number 27 as issued by the Honorable Governor.
Thank you very much, Attorney Gando. And We have a few questions left. We hope we could answer these questions. These are actually directly and indirectly related to our executive order. But we have first, tapuson tanay attorney, no? I think this one is medyo pasay na nga question, but we wish to also provide answer sa aton naghatag nga question. In the person, ang account niya is Carla. Iya nga question, maayong gabi gov, 14 days nga hindi kapuli sa Guimaras, maparapid gid. Yamin niya siguro rapid test. Bisan diri ka lang ga-work sa city. City guro, she means Iloilo
Iloilo
City.
City. Wala na inang rapid test, no. Ah, sa aton nga bag-o nga mga issuances, basta Region 6 kag grounded sa mga highly essential taga Guimaras ka makapuli kagid. Wala na sang iban pa nga mga requirements, no. Ang rapid test na sa nagligad pa to for a particular study nga gin-conduct sang aton nga probinsya to determine the prevalence of COVID-19 cases on specific groups of Guimaras noon. So it was more of a study. Subong wala na ma'am, pwede ka na makapuli. Basta within Region 6.
Thank you very much, attorney. Nagpa-thank you diri si Ma'am Sheila M. Ferrer. Ginamonitor natin diri. You're welcome, Ma'am Sheila. And stay safe. Now, attorney, we are down to our last three questions. Third to the last question. Good evening. Pwede po nga ang bag-ogwa sa hospital iswab gid before papulion sa respective barangays nila? Watching from La Paz, from Iloilo.
Si Sir
Mr. Eddie Ryan de los Sinas.
si Sir Eddie Ryan nag-suggest nga kung bag-ogwa sa
Hospital.
hospital antes magpuli di dapat i-swab gid. But you know, under the sa aton nga health declaration card may ara na da question, no, kung you have been to hospitals, ano ang rason nga to kato sa hospital. But insofar as the suggestion nga i-swab sila, we will course this through the provincial health officer kag sa aton mga medical experts, kay Dr. Nilda Baingan from DOH, kay Dr. Katril, about the suggestion nga kung halin ka sa ospital, maswab ikaw antes magkadto sa probinsya sa Guimaras. We will look into that, Sir Eddie Ryan de Lucinas.
Thank you, Sir Ed Ryan. And attorney, thank you once again. Now, another question. How about restrictions against or regarding mass gatherings? How do you monitor this? From Mr. Eric Catalan.
Our Philippine National Police is expert on the matter. During the briefing and during the EXICOM meetings in the past, and also may ara man sila directives directly from their higher ups to really stop mass gatherings, no. So they are oriented on what to do as our law enforcers sa sini nga mga bagay. But kung may nanotisyahan ka nga naga-mass gathering, ang aton nga mga pumuluyo are really encouraged nga kung sa inyo komunidad may naga-mass gatherings, may naga-party-party, may naga-bubble-bubble party, o kung ipan pa mga party, may naga-tinipon-tipon, we encourage you to report immediately to our PNP. Kaya ang ini nga mga bagay ginadumilian sa idalom sang IATF, sa idalom sang aton nga kasuguan, kag sa idalom sang aton nga mga issuances diri sa probinsya sang Guimaras.
Thank you very much, attorney. Second to the last, I think, attorney, will it be okay for you to cater more questions because there are still questions coming in?
Sige, sige.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right. Good eve, sir. How about private sector head office man kami, mga travel pass? Doon di among akong pagbasa. Good eve, sir, once again. How about private sector head office man kami? Basi head of office ang yan namin, no? Ni Sir Rena Gatcho. Ma'am Rena Gatcho Garcia. Head office man kami nga ma-travel pass. Kay diri kami na lockdown sa Guimaras. In case magbalik kami work, namon pwede Kami bala kapangayo sa amon barangay. Thank you.
May mga pamangkot lang ta Sir JP, no. Private sector head office man kami. Mangayo pa kami travel pass. Kay diri kami na lockdown sa Guimaras. In case magbalik kami sa work, sa diin nga work. Namon, pwede bala kapangayo sa amon barangay. Diin nga barangay. Diri sa Guimaras. We should remember that these issuances on travel pass will apply to those who live or sojourn that particular barangay. Meaning to say, kung residente ikaw o kung temporaryo ka lang nga naga-star sa sina nga barangay, you travel pass is really required para nga makakadto ka from one border to the other. Kung sa Hordan ka, makakadto ka lang sa Nueva Valencia kung may travel pass ka. Hindi ka taga Guimaras, dira ka nag-star sa sina nga barangay sa Guimaras, kadto kay Kap, kay dira ka temporaryo nag-star, and si Kap maghahatag sa imo sang travel pass. Because again, these are applicable to residents and those who only sojourn that particular community or locality. Sir JP.
Thank you, Attorney. Our next comment is just an observation. We would like to read this. Observation lang, sang nag-start hasta na lang 1 p.m. ang mga offices kag negosyo. The more ginutok ang mga clients, the more nagataas ang possible transmission kay hindi tanan naga-observe sang physical distancing. Unlike before hasta 4-5 p.m., distributed ang mga clients. This observation is from Mr. Alfonso Maria Pareño.
Yes, we respect the observation of
Alfonso
Sir
Maria
Alfonso.
Pareño.
We respect the observation of Sir Alfonso. But you know, these restrictions are intended primarily to discourage the movement of our people in our community. Sa ginpathag sang aton mga medical experts nga ginatiltuyo gid nga i-discourage ang aton nga pagwa bangod nga kung nagagwa kita permi amo na nga may mga transmission, but you know Sir Alfonso, based on the records sang aton datos, because of the implementation sang sini nga mga restrictions, we are now seeing some good signs sa nasiling naton. Na-discuss magina ni Dr. Neil Dabaingan ang ina nga bagay, nakita naton that we are now reaping the fruits of the restrictions. Halin sang ginumpisahan ang pag-implementar sang EO24 hasta sa subong nga mga inadlaw. Nakita naton gid ang movement, ang downward trend na sang kaso. Hopefully nga magtuloy-tuloy na. Because you know, nasiling naton peaking gid ang COVID, no, halin sang May hasta June diri sa probinsya, but because of these restrictions we are very positive, not COVID positive, but mindfully positive that these restrictions are really contributing so much in thwarting or in stemming the surge in our cases.
Thank you very much, Attorney. We have a question here from Mr. Fervisito Johan Fernandez. I think this was already answered by Attorney Gando. You can scroll back a little bit. Your question is about the returning overseas Filipinos going back to the Philippines
Guimaras.
and here in the province of Guimaras. So you can scroll a little bit backwards para makita nimo kag mapamatian ang sabat sang aton acting governor. At this time, we have another question, local from Pototan. Miss Omega Juntarciego, if I pronounce it right. Good morning. Actually, good morning iya una comment. Pero ginliwat iya comment na good evening na siya. Oo, basi ga night shift si Ma'am Omega. I'm a resident of Guimaras and working at Pototan, Iloilo, but was not able to go home to Guimaras for almost 2 months now. What if I'm already fully vaccinated? Do I still need to have my travel pass to enter Guimaras? Thank you very much.
If you are in Pototan, we do not require travel pass. Kapin pa kung residente ka sa Guimaras, diretso mo gid nga magpuli, no? You have the right to return to your homeland, so to speak. So ang himuon mo lang, pakilala ka, may ID ka nga taga Guimaras ka, mapuli ka sa Guimaras, and you will be issued what? Kung may outbound pass ka, ma'am, pakita ang outbound pass mo. But kung wala, what do we issue, Attorney Kusa? Ang ID lang will serve as your passport, so to speak. So ipakita lang at Gimaras ka for as long you do not show symptoms that may be referable to COVID-19, kag wala ka nakagwa sa Region 6 for the past 14 days, hindi ikaw ginakabig nga suspect probable, kag pila-pila lang ang HDC, and you will be allowed to enter the province of Guimaras. About the full vaccination, not much of a concern. Congratulations, ma'am. We really encourage uh, the vaccination rollout sang aton nga gobyerno. Nga ginahingyo namon ang tanan nga magpabakuna gid, kay ini lamang ang ginalantaw naton nga makabato kita sa COVID-19. So wala problema kung gina-allow namon sa wala na vaccinate o kung wala mabakunahan, with more reason sa imo, no. But again, the fact that you are a Guimaras non is very much a qualification for you to enter our province.
Thank you very much, Attorney. Still about travel pass, good PM Vice. Regarding travel pass, what if taga Iloilo go work diri sa barangay? Sa diin nga barangay sila makuha travel pass. This is from Meluna Sumanting.
In other words, gagwa sulod sa nagagwa sulod sa probinsya. Taga Iloilo siya, nagasulod siya sa probinsya, yun kun hapon nagagwa man siya, or nagasulod siya kag nagatiner siya sa barangay. And we would like to know also the nature of the work. Ano ang nature sang work? Kay kung within a particular municipality man lang, wala naman sang kinanglan, no, nga magkuha ka sang travel pass. Let us say, kung ikaw taga Iloilo, kag nagaobra sa Hordan, why man problema. Kung ikaw taga Iloilo, kung nagaobra ka sa Nueva Valencia, then I would suggest for purposes of crossing the border, Hordan kag Nueva Valencia, you go to the punong barangay where where the workplace is located. Para nga kung magpuli ka halin Nueva Valencia, pakadto sa wharf, may dala ka nga maagi ka sa border sang Nueva Valencia kag Hordan, mapresentar mo ang travel pass.
Thank you very much, Attorney. Now, a little shift from the executive order will be having questions related to vaccination from Zandro Toledano. Good evening, sir. Ask lang ko when available ang vaccine for seafarers here in Guimaras, watching from Nueva Valencia. And also from SB Marilyn G. Edang. Sorry, I was disconnected earlier during the presentation of Dr. Baingan, but I just would like to ask, when will DOH allow the vaccination of A4 in the province of Guimaras?
We will give it to Dr. Nilda Baingan the chance to answer these questions.
Regarding sa query about A4, vaccination of people nga na-categorize as A4, as of now, ang implementation sang vaccination is for phase 1 areas only. So that is NCR, NCR, Davao and Cebu. So sa phase 1 sila. So ma-wait kita ay ang Western Visayas na belong sa phase 2 implementation sa vaccinations ang A4. So as of now, we are still for Western Visayas A1 to A3.
We have a question similar about the COVID-19 vaccine. Doc Baingan, question, okay, I'm scrolling it up. Ask lang ko when ma-available ang vaccine for seafarers here in Guimaras. This question is from Mr. Zandro Toledano from Nueva Valencia.
Okay. For OFWs, yes, may ara na kita IATF nga resolution for that, but we are still waiting for the guidelines from the DOH for the implementation of the vaccination for the OFWs. As of now, wala pa kita.
Thank you, Doc Baingan. And I hope, Ma'am Leia, ang imo nga pamangkot was already answered by Dr. Baingan. Now, let us go down to, I think, our last question for this evening. Attorney, may question sila din, no? Good evening from Ma'am Mildred Hensaneo. Ma'am Mildred, good evening. Can church activities be back to normal schedule, observing health protocol?
Mildred, good evening. Not yet under the Executive Order number 28. But of course, the discussion on the matter will continue by June 25. Lantawon ta, ma'am, kung ano ang recommendation sa mga katapo sa Execom. But under the Executive Order number 28, naging issue subong nga adlaw, way panaton ginapahanugutan ang mass gatherings to include religious gatherings in the province.
Attorney, can we have one last question?
Yes,
I think
sir.
nag-comment si Mr. John L. Magin, though very timely and very relevant gid nga question, no, para mag-guide ang aton nga mga fellow Gimarasnons. Hello sir, good PM. My brother is an OFW working in a ship. Seaman po sir, but unfortunately napatay po siya sa barko due to aneurysm last June 7. So sir, ano po ba ang protocol kay mapuli ang body and ang asawa po will be coming home here in Alibhon. Thanks po, sir. God bless.
So they are coming from outside, no? The wife
Western Visayas.
outside Region 6. So sir, ang aton requirement under the Executive Order number 27 naton nga mag-secure lang ang um, ang natungdan, ang the wife has to secure a negative RT-PCR test result, which test shall be conducted not later than 3 days before the intended travel to Guimaras. In other words, before the intended flight or intended departure of the vessel, no? Coming from outside the province. So the test shall be conducted uh, f- in the point of origin. So we will have the test there, and prior to boarding or prior to the flight, then be sure that you already have this document, the negative RT-PCR test result, not later than 3 days. And then to present that, and insofar as the cadaver probably you just have to comply with the DOH requirements on the matter, the certification that the death is not related to COVID. Just comply with the DOH requirements, because if you already have these clearances from the respective agencies, then we will allow the entry of the cadaver to the province as well as the accompanying individuals, provided that it shall comply with the requirements I have mentioned a while ago.
Thank you very much, our acting governor, once again, Attorney John Edward G. Gando. So I hope you guys are enlightened of the amendments of Executive Order number 24 by virtue, of course, of this executive order earlier discussed by the Honorable Acting Governor, Executive Order number 28. So, Attorney Gando, before we end, would you like to have your final statements to our viewers online?
We would like to thank the support of the members of the executive committee, the COVID-19 Response Executive Committee in the province, headed no less by our Governor, Dr. Samuel Gumarin, uh, Congresswoman Maria Lucille Nava, Dr. Ramanava, our mayors in the municipality, our five mayors. Also, our provincial health officer, Dr. Catril Nava, the PNP provincial director in the province. We have Police Colonel Pablito Asmod, ang aton nga DOH representative nga Rigid Pirmi kay Dr. Nilda Baingan, ang aton nga, and of course I would like to thank Mr. JP Intredicho for accommodating this event, that we may be able to impart to our people the information needed by our constituents. Also to the ICT section sang probinsya, madamo gid nga salamat for making this happen. Kag sa aton mga pumuluyo diri sa probinsya sang Guimaras, nagadangop gid kami sa inyo, sang inyo suporta kag kooperasyon sa mga policies, sa mga measures nga aton ginaduso, ang suporta man sang aton mga kabanwahanan, sa aton nga mga mayors from different municipalities. Nagadangop gid kami sang inyo sa gihapon nga pag suporta sa amon nga mga policies and measures. Kag sa kaupod sa inyo, ginasigahom naton, ginapangamuyo naton nga malampuwasan naton ini nga pagtilaw sa aton probinsya. Rest assured that this will not be the last time that we will be having this kind of dialogue. Ma-update kami sa inyo from time to time matapos ang amon nga execom sa Biyernes, and then we will let you know kung ano pagid nga mga issuances ang igaduso sa mga katapo, igarekomendar nga nga igaduso sang aton mga katapo sang execom executive committee. Madamo nga salamat sa inyong mga oras sa pagsunod sa sining Ligtas Guimaras briefing. Thank you very much for your prayers. Stay safe. Mayong gabi sa aton tanan. Mabuhay ang Guimaras. Mabuhay kita mga Guimaras non. Thank you very much again.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the Ligtas Guimaras virtual briefing for Executive Order number 28, amending Executive Order number 24. So if you have more questions later on, kindly message our Province of Guimaras Facebook page. Again, we would like to thank our partner from the Department of Health, Dr. Nilda Baingan and Ma'am Jaja. Despite the time, no, Ari Makamudre, and our legal officer, Attorney GL Kusa. Thank you very much. Again, always remember that information is empowerment. And here in Ligtas Guimaras, we always believe nga ang inyo kooperasyon, proteksyon sang kada Guimaras nun. Good evening everyone and stay safe.